don't understand. Will they fuck it all up or will they save the land? Treachery, vanity, loitering and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers don't need no curse. Authors and dragons. Authors and dragons. Their powers combine to group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? Open your third eye. No, not that one. Authors and dragons. Authors and dragons.
Hey there, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandango the Feathered, and maybe someday I can stop being feathered, but who knows. In real life, I write a bunch of different stuff, including the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter series, the most recent release of which, Conspiracy Theory, is available now in all formats except audio, and that's coming in February. So get out there and send me your money. Daddy needs to buy Christmas presents.
Hi, I'm Joseph Brassie. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad books. My novels Skyfarer and Dragon Road can be found from Angry Robot Books and everywhere books are sold. And I am the author of such non-existent titles as Whippet Warriors of Dad Ass, a story of inhaling gas from dangerous places.
Hey everyone, my name is Rick Qualtery and I play Silas Maine, mighty paladin of Tornag. In real life, I write several things, including the Toma Bill series and Bill of the Dead Adventures, of which the latest one, The New Order, is out as we speak. So go on out there and pretend it's a good economy and buy.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevin. I play the role of Weasel Klaus. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. I also write a large number of the Shingles series, including the upcoming December release, The Little Arsonist Girl. Go get that when it's available.
Hi there, my name is Steve Weverill, and I play Brandon Fiemaster, the Puma Pugilist Pumpkin Slayer. In real life, I write such books as The Doomsayer Journeys, and keep your eye out for news about the latest Brandon Fiemaster origin story project. Ooh, exciting.
Hey everyone, my real name is incomprehensible to the human mind, but in your phase of reality, I play Drew Hayes, who plays the DM on this podcast when not writing books such as Superpowered NPCs, Fred the Vampire Accountant, and Villain's Code, the sequel to which is upcoming soon, like as in 2020 soon, but no, we don't have a date just yet.
Before we begin, just a reminder that if you enjoy this podcast and you want to support it and help us keep, from having to feed our family toenail clippings, Authors and Dragons is on Patreon at patreon.com/authorsanddragons. For just $1.50, you can become a junior adventurer, sign up, support the podcast, and you get free first looks at our comic book pages. If you want to bump it up a little bit to $5, you can be a senior adventurer, which means you can join us on our exclusive Discord channel. The awesome community we've gotten there that we always turn to first for questions because, well, they're cool. You get monthly Mimic Chest podcasts, and if you haven't checked those out, we have some free examples out there. And you also get access to Authors and Dragons at the Movies, which also we have some examples out there, so check that out. Or you could bump yourself up to the Statdorf level at $10, which gets you everything there, but you can also join us live for those tapings of At the Movies. And I mean, what's better than listening to us edited versus listening to us as we screw up live? I can't think of anything better. It's like Christmas every month.
Yeah, all of those tiers, I'd like to point out, is cheaper than feeding one of those starving kids on TV.
Jesus, Bevin!
Well, if we're going to shill, we're going to do it our way at least.
Yeah, where's our Sarah McLachlan song?
For a second, I thought about pretending to half sing a bar, but there's no way that she is not litigious about that. Probably with good reason.
As bad as we can sing, it would probably count as parody. If we suck bad enough, I think we're protected.
Yes, but not from all the people fleeing at the sound of my voice. We have the Brodio ratings to prove that one.
Fair enough.
All right. So when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had fallen asleep after fighting a bullet, and then, I don't know what, fought some candy or something? It went to a weird place.
Yeah.
It'd be a very weird place.
I ate the brown acid, bro.
Well, you all reawaken sort of in the middle of the night from your terrible candy dream. It is still night, and you hear the sounds of a ruckus going on somewhere nearby.
I just want to get this in now. I clicked on my icon.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Maybe.
Well, thanks to our candy war, I'll pull a Twizzler out of my ass and wake up.
Is that a euphemism?
We were just dreaming about being in a ruckus. This is like one of those dreams you have when you're at work and then you wake up and you gotta go to work. God, it's just 9 to 5 ruckus.
I'm gonna fly straight up in the air and look around for the source of the ruckus.
All right, give me a perception, not perspective.
Well,
We've only been playing this game for 4 fucking years.
my perspective is this is all fucked up, but hot take. But my perception is a 20.
That is an excellent perception, and from your high perspective, or some might say vantage point, you can see a huge crowd of various animals all gathering en masse at this well-lit outdoor arena. It's just it's clearly a huge event, and I won't make you roll intelligence checks. It's sort of been a while since we played due to outstanding circumstances. You do remember that this is exactly pretty much what the course was described as to you, and that's where you guys are heading to try and get your bodies back.
Yeah, I remember.
Right, well, a course is a course, of course.
Hey, morons! We should go over towards the ruckus. Those of you who don't have bodies yet, that's probably where they are.
Let's go then.
Before we do this, was last night real? And if so, am I healed up yet?
None of you are in your altered states, but damage has not been healed as you have not completed a full long rest.
Oh, man.
How fucked up is everybody?
I'm at a 65 out of 89.
Yeah, well, you can kiss my feathered ass.
This might be a good time to remind everybody that short rests are still a thing.
And regaining hit die while I sing is a thing.
All right, why don't we take a short rest, then go and check this shit out.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah.
It's best to be prepared for these things.
You mean prepared for us to wander into a room full of strangers, piss them all off, and have to fight for our lives?
Exactly.
Well, let's just play it by ear.
So, yes. All right, cool.
I mean, John, there's foreshadowing and there's just giving away the game.
It's like those episodes of the TV shows where you start off and the guy's like being wheeled in on a stretcher, and then it flashes to 48 hours earlier. That's all it is.
Except we never flash back to anything different. It's just constant ruckus.
Yeah. All right.
Spent the hit die.
I think I've blown through all my short rests. When do we replenish them?
Hit die?
Hit die replenish when you complete a long rest. You get half of your maximum back. So what level are you, Bevin?
Well, I am 8.
Okay, so whenever you complete a long rest, you get 4 of your hit die back for short rests. So,
All right.
So you max
I'll
out
have
at
to do
8,
one of those eventually.
and then a long rest gets you 4 back. So you do have to be a little bit aware of how you use them. You don't get them all back at the start of a day.
Right.
All right. I'm going to use 4. of my hit die.
Well, I used 6, and that's got me back up to max. Fighting fit.
Yeah, I'm using 6-2, and that got me almost to max.
And remember, everybody gets an extra d6 because I'm singing while we're resting.
For reference, if any of you out there are players in games and you start competently using the short rest mechanics and your dungeon masters would like to send me a thank you gift, I like cupcakes.
If any of you are in games and you start incompetently using them and you get away with it, you can send the rest of us cupcakes.
If you're serious about your gaming and you're tuning into this podcast for gaming advice, then
You're fucked.
I don't know, why do you hate yourself?
Why are you guys trying to piss on my cupcake scheme that's been 4 years in the making?
5 years, and if it ain't paid off yet, those cupcakes are lost in the mail, bruh.
No, the first year I was trying to formulate a scheme. The cupcake thing took a year to put together.
Do you really want cupcakes from somebody who turns to this podcast for gaming advice?
Damn, maybe I should have spent 2 years on the planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's some person listening to us in a basement who's molding his own shit into, like, you know.
Oh god.
Although that's not any of our, like, you know, wonderful Patreon listeners.
No.
Rick, what are you doing right now? Because that was a little specific.
You know, idle hands are the devil's plaything.
To play with shit?
Idle devils are the hands plaything.
That might be even more disturbing.
Yeah.
My dong is the devil's plaything.
Has everyone finished regaining their hit die, or their hit points, by spending hit die?
Yes.
Hit dice, losing dignity. Yep.
Yes.
All right. What would y'all like to do when you have completed your short rest?
Let's go to the ruckus.
Ruckus.
To the ruckus!
Ruckus.
All right. You all can head toward the ruckus. You move along the plain into a sort of a bowl area, and then you sort of much find a coliseum, various animals moving about. There's ticket takers, etc. A lot of stuff that would be very complicated to put a map together for 10 seconds. So, imagination, still the cornerstone of this game.
And here we thought it was profanity and dick jokes.
Yeah, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
I am imagining.
I'm still imagining Rick shitting into some cupcake holders, so I guess it works.
Oh,
So,
What was your address again, Drew?
I was picturing the game.
1313 Rockingbird Lane. Oh, yeah. Is that a joke for, like, the 3 people who also liked Munsters? All right.
Yeah.
So you move through the Coliseum area. There's no one stopping you at all. In fact, they're basically moving you forward like hand and hoof and horn waves. You know, different animals, different appendages, but they're all just sort of like, oh, yeah, this way. Come on, right this way. Yes, been expecting you. No one is surprised.
Oh, finally.
All right.
I mean, this is how it should be every time I walk into a room. It's nice to see people getting it right for a change.
I'll wave to the press.
Why don't you guys go ahead and give me perceptions?
Silas Main gets a 10.
Fandango gets another 20.
Klaus Richter gets a 15.
Bjork gets a 9.
Brandon Firemaster gets a 6. People are looking at me. I don't need to look at anything.
pretty wild across the board. Yeah, Brandon Thighmaster, you all step out onto a stage is truly the only way to put it. I mean, you are surrounded on all sides by just tons of different animals all looking down, cheering, etc. Like you've heard noises. This has clearly been going on the whole time, but you are the newest entrants. So, Brandon Thighmaster, you are just too enraptured by the attention to really notice more than the fact that you are in the central area of this Coliseum.
That is important.
Bjorg, you two are just a little bowled over by the spectacle of it all.
Oh.
Silas Kane, you give less of a shit what people think, so the audience rattles you less, and you can notice as I move the token along so that everyone can actually see that this is a sloped course with different little liquidy areas underneath that could be fallen into. You notice that there are several rocks hanging, and you see a bridge to the north. Klaus, you get all that, and you also notice that to the eastern side, you're all kind of lined up on the west, there are several metal bars ascending in a diagonal vertical, and you can notice that there are various kind of platforms between the stations. And then Fandango, you're used to crowds. You don't give a shit. If anything, you're paying more attention because of that. So you get everything, and you notice there's a giant sort of pillar in the center upon which something would presumably sit.
Something or someone.
I'll uncover a nipple for the crowd.
And you all hear music begin to play. We will never have the rights to it, but in my head, I'm definitely playing the opening from Denver the Last Dinosaur, only sans the lyrics. So, if any of you are mentally listening along, enjoy that.
Oh, God.
Oh, that is triumphant walkout music.
As something begins to grind in the center of the pillar, and a section raises, and even from your positions far below, you see a familiar snake rise into view.
Oh,
Hello, everyone!
fuck me.
Oh, it's him again.
This guy.
Mr. Hister here. I've been told we have some special contestants today on the course. And you hear the crowd chanting, course, 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 course.
But they lack an imagination, they make up for an enthusiasm.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Congratulations on making it here. Is everyone ready to compete?
Yay.
What are we trying to do, bruh?
The rules are simple. You must cross each section of the course, making it higher and higher until you arrive at the final one. Should you reach it, a prize is yours for the claiming, and we happen to know there are some special ones around here that you're after. Of course, flying is off the table, as is any sort of teleportation or enhanced movement magic.
Well, aren't you an asshole?
That would take all the fun out of the show!
Promise to play a little ditty as I fly.
Anyone who falls will have to start all over. But the good news is there's goop below to catch you so you don't get hurt.
Goop.
The bad news is there's goop below to catch you.
Yeah. This is gonna be
I did not want to be in goop.
a thing.
I love this.
Of course you love it, Klaus. You're pretty much covered in goop. You know, your own goop most of the time.
I'm surprised you don't have an AC bonus from all the stuff that's encrusted into your fur.
God,
I might.
why?
Natural armor bonus.
Oh.
Uh,
All right, so time to talk mechanics. I am going to need initiatives from everyone so we can determine order in which you are all going. Don't forget to click on your token, of course.
God damn it. That's why I called it before. Damn it. Klaus gets a 12.
Fandango gets an 11.
Brandon Firemaster's raring to go with a 19.
Silas gets a 22.
Bjorg rolls a 12.
Whoever's ready, climb the ramp and begin the course. We're cheering for you.
Of course you are.
The crowd cheers, and Stallion of the Gods, you have first movement.
All right.
You know what? We'll just let you start at the ramp. I kind of just put you guys in a line to make it cleaner for the view.
All right.
You can even start at the top of the ramp.
Even better. All right.
So, the rock jumping course. Boulders sway from side to side. Will you be quick and dexterous enough to make it? Let's find out. Rock jumping is going to require 3 DC 14 acrobatics checks to basically hop from one boulder to another without slipping off.
How many do we get a turn? Just one?
Let's see how well you do. I would
Yeah,
say
that was pretty arrogant.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself, man.
I'd say probably one. I don't know, maybe one per movement feels about right.
All right.
But if you do super good, I might give you 2.
Kind of wish Arrow of the Gods was here to do that, because he's so much more graceful.
We wish Arrow of the Gods was here too.
But Silas gets a 20.
Impressive.
That is excellent, and also incorrect. But you do hop onto the first boulder successfully.
Wait, why was that incorrect?
And in fact, you leap on it in such a grand fashion that it kind of swings a little bit closer, making your next hop slightly easier. I'm going to say it's a DC 12 for this next one.
Why was my acrobatics incorrect?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Uh-oh.
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 Well, that's a 12 on the die.
That is a 12, and that extra bonus came in handy because, as I said, I lowered it to a 12 because of that high one from the last round. All right, you have successfully made it across 2 boulders.
Woo!
Next up, Brandon Thighmaster.
Go me, repent everybody.
Cheering for competitive sports is a sin. Go me.
I'm not cheering for the sport. I'm cheering for me.
Okay, so you need an acrobatics.
I do. I need an acrobatics check.
All right, let's see if all that training paid off.
DC 14.
Fuck no, did it.
Pay it off for the
That's a
audience.
10.
Actually, funny you should mention that. Boop. You got a 20.
Oh.
All right, I'll just go ahead and tell you. Yeah, everyone who completed the training course has advantage on this course because you specifically trained it.
See, guys? Training pays off.
You guys stopped to do a side quest, and there are actual benefits to that sometimes.
What?
And we
I
didn't
know.
murder anyone.
Something we did worked. Hooray.
Brandon, do you want to go for 2?
Yeah, sure. Feeling good about this now. 26.
Awesome. Now I get to introduce the collision mechanics since you jumped onto an occupied
God
boulder.
damn it.
Ooh, may have got carried away there.
Can I just kick him in the face? And
I mean,
Oh, you're
with
gonna
a-
roll something too. Actually, this is a combo. Oh man, where is my character sheet? There we go.
It's just instantly turned into American Gladiators.
I'm gonna say this is athletics. This is just you two smashing into each other and trying to hang on as best you can. Like Stallion's gonna have to bite the chain or something. I'm gonna say if you both beat 15, you both stay on. Otherwise, higher one stays on. And no advantage on this one because this is its own thing.
We didn't train for this eventuality, but we really should
No,
have.
so this is athletics, not acrobatics.
taking you with me.
Oh, shit.
Haha, 18.
Brandon gets a 9.
Well, exactly as Silas described it. Brandon leaps forward and he gets kicked in the face by a horse.
I mean, that's predictable, I guess. You know, that's an action-reaction thing. Should have seen that coming.
Bloop.
Oh, goo.
Now you know how Klaus feels.
Don't make this worse. No one wants to know how Klaus feels.
All right, Bjork, you are up.
All right, so Bjorg will head over to the ramp, and it's an acrobatics check, you said?
Yes, DC 14 acrobatics. And you
All right.
also are going to have advantage because you also completed the training course.
All right, let's do this. Bjorg rolls a 16.
Okie dokie. So that gets you onto the first boulder. Would you like to continue?
Yeah, sure. Though
No.
All
Silas-
right, roll me an
Silas-
acrobatics check.
You're going to do Jesus Christ.
Silas is occupying it, but I don't think Bjorg is the type to think that far ahead.
We're like crabs in a bucket.
Bjorg rolls an 8.
So Bjorg feels very confident about that after that first successful jump and kind of doesn't maximize the swing the way he should and just sort of leaps and falls like a cartoon into the goop.
Big noises!
What do you know? Pigs can't fly.
Shut up!
I wondered if D&D Wipeout would work. All right, Klaus, you are up.
All right. Well, I lost initiative to everyone except for Fandango. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I did not complete the course, correct?
You did not.
Yeah. All right. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics,
it is?
DC 14.
All right. 14 it is. Boom.
Would you like to go for 2?
Fuck yeah.
Because you are a smaller size, I think you and Stallion can coexist.
Oh, I just
Theoretically.
That's the only reason I wanted to go for 2. But okay.
There are benefits to being smaller size.
That's not a benefit. I wanted to knock him into the goop.
I mean, you can always try when you get there.
No. All right.
Yeah, I want to see the 2-pound weasel.
You're a horse on a boulder, man. It's not a high order to get you off balance.
I bet he tickles that horse taint and you're in the goop.
All right. Klaus gets a 23.
All right. Well done. Fendingo.
Hey, Mr. Fister. Do I have to stay in this body?
Of course.
All right. Well, worth asking. This is gonna suck.
Maybe you should clarify that. Maybe he thinks you wanted to, like, cheat and go up Bjorg's ass while he jumped.
Oh, he didn't say you couldn't do that.
Also an option. I mean, it wasn't off the table.
Maybe. That's why you should ask.
Fendingo rolls a 23.
All right. The bird successfully hops to the first boulder.
That's pretty impressive.
That boulder's getting kind of full with a large and a small creature on it. I think 3 might be a bit much even with the small creatures, but we can do athletics.
How big's the chain?
The chain that you're...
Holding the boulder. I mean, I'm a parrot. Can I just jump for the chain?
I mean, it's the same pretty much jump.
Right, so I wouldn't be bumping into people.
Yeah, if you can hold the chain.
I mean, it's no stupider than anything else I've tried.
No, fair enough. Acrobatics?
Yeah, that would be a 7.
Yep. All right. So you leap off and you spread your wings and then immediately have to tuck them as you remember the rules. And you're like, welp, probably should have timed that jump better. Bloop.
Yep, that's a thing.
Oh, after the first round, only 2 are on the boulder and 3 are in the goo. Will they persevere? What do you think, crowd?
Crowd cheers for you.
Oh, they have way more faith in us than we do.
Burn in hell.
Stallion of the God.
All right, acrobatics, 21.
All right, 21 is higher than 14. Bloop.
Just to not slip on Klaus.
You are all good. All right, last one.
15.
Whew, man, that advantage really came into play. All right, you make it to the platform.
Oh, and we have our first contestant who has successfully braved the first challenge. This means he gets to start here if he falls on the next part.
Oh, thank God. I mean, that's going to cut down the length of this podcast by about 3 hours.
Thank a specific God.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the rule or not. And I was like, I'll see how they do on the first round. All right. Yeah.
Knew how we were going to do in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Everyone knew.
All right. Brandon Thighmaster. For brevity, I'm not going to make y'all spend turns like climbing out. You can just restart on the hill.
Oh, thank you. That's very merciful of you.
Well, that's as much for the listeners as it is for y'all. I don't think anybody wants 5 rounds of, okay, I move.
Yeah. I move. I shamefully skulk out of the goo pit. All right. Acrobatics, 18.
18 gets you to the first boulder.
Boing.
Do you want to go for 2?
Yeah, sure. I can safely land around Klaus.
Double natural 1 kill Klaus.
20. I land and I do not crush Klaus to death.
Like the magnificent jungle cat you are, you leap and land lightly.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem, buddy.
All right, Bjorg.
Alright. We're going back to the start.
Back to the start.
Back to the start. Let's see here. I gotta go all the way back to the ramp, right?
Yeah, but I'm just letting you start there.
Okay. Let's do this. Rolling acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Bjorg rolls an 8.
All right. Once again, Bjorg leaps and goes kerplunk.
Yoinks! And away!
You twist and roll maybe once. Like, there is some boar in you at this point. And, like, a little bit of you is like, I kind of want to roll in the goop. You might be sabotaging yourself. Like, boar Bjorg might be working against you here.
Curse my desire for mud.
Klaus, you're up, man.
Alright, I'm gonna go for it. Here we go. Acrobatic. Klaus gets a 23.
That will do it, and I think last time that lowered the DC for the next one, so yeah. As long as you do 12 or better on this next one, you're good.
Alright, here it comes. 12.
Woo! That
All right.
was very serendipitous. You were
Sit on
about
the
to
post.
start at the beginning again. Well done, and without advantage at that.
Well, I've got this dexterity score that's supposed to be good.
I mean, 2 of the other players have advantage, and you're ahead of them. So yeah, that's a pretty good dex score representing right there.
Yeah.
And you hear Mr. Hister,
And another contestant successfully clears the first stage. What a pace these folks are cutting.
more cheers from the crowd.
Hooray.
Big noises.
Presumably there will actually be crowd sound effects in here somewhere. Steve tends to add that kind of detail. It's not the sad silence that we're all hearing every time.
Well, I guess he will now that the pressure's on.
Please clap. Please clap.
Damn it.
Fandango, you're up.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
I might just edit it so the silences are more hostile and awkward.
That would be a 10.
All right, and you join Bjorg in the goop.
Hostile, awkward silence.
Hey, bud. How's it going?
All right, Stallion of the Gods, you have reached the second event, and these are the swing-ups, sort of similar to the pull-up jumps that you were doing, but there are parallel bars stretched out in different sections, kind of along like little floating magical rails. You know, the bars that you can press and just leave there, sort of like that, but longer and more grabbable, even with hoofs or animal appendages.
Oh,
How? Let's just not ask these questions.
Good, because I was just about to ask that question.
These are going to be DC 15 so these are going to be athletics checks. A 15 will move you 2 bars. A 12 to a 14 will move you 1. And anything lower than a 12, you are going in the goop.
All right, you said athletics.
Athletics.
First one, as Silas tries desperately to pretend he does not he actually has opposable thumbs. 22.
All right. Do you believe that a horse can do pull-ups? Well, you will on Authors and Dragons tonight.
I don't have the art skills for this.
You have successfully moved by 2 rungs. Do you want to try again?
Screw it, yeah.
All right. Next athletics check.
13.
Woo, it's a good day to... Oh, actually, you would have been fine. But you move 1 rung as the horse grabs and wraps its hooves and just sort of swings in a horrifying, macabre nightmare that
Jesus
will
fucking
haunt all
Christ.
of you. Yeah, you are watching a horse swing on parallel bars. God has no say on this. This is just absolute madness.
This is shit that even like H.P. Lovecraft would like shake his head at.
I don't know if I can find the right crowd sound effects for this. Yay?
I think you're going to have to go into like the WWE archives to find the sound effects for this.
I was just thinking like the old crowd chant of "What the fuck" feels really appropriate right now.
You just have a normal crowd noise and then somebody in the background go, Horses don't have thumbs. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the horse thumb truthers are back.
Security's just like, get that guy out of here. Get that guy out of here.
That's a flat hoofer. Flat hoofer.
Oh, Christ.
Brandon Thighmaster, you are watching a horse on parallel bars, but you've got your own shit to deal with.
Oh, God. Feel kind of sick. Right. So, acrobatics. Let's get off this rock. Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh, all right. I did say got bonuses on this one. We'll say natural 20 gets you there, and it brings it. So long as you can beat a 10 on this next one, you got it. You're using the swings. The momentum is bringing you real close to that platform. You just need a 10.
See if we can just step daintily off the edge. Ooh, another natural 20.
All right.
Sweet.
Can't help thinking that was a waste of a double natural 20. But
Yeah, I gotta give you something for that. I tell you what, if you want to just turn this into one fluid motion of a leap, we'll say you just went jump, jump, and hop. I'll let you get one athletics check in on this next one. Double natural 20,
Nice.
you can use your momentum and try and burst ahead.
ah, cool. I mean, it might not be advisable, but we're not here to be role models. Let's do it.
When has that ever stopped us?
22.
All right, and you are now right on the heels of
Hooves.
Stallion of the Gods. The sight of a horse on parallel bars wasn't insane enough. We had to add a puma right behind him, like some sort of insane nature documentary where everything has gone crazy except that the cat wants to eat the horse.
Behold the majestic horse on the parallel bars as he swings.
His natural predator, the parallel bar puma. What merciful God would allow these to exist?
I mean, you gotta hand it to the animal, guys. This is entertainment. I mean, this is prime time.
All right, Bjorg. That's a tough act to follow.
Yeah, gonna try and get back on the. Just gonna start over again. All right, let's get this done.
You've got to put one hoof in front of the other.
Yoinks! Underway! That's a 20.
That is a 20. All right. You are on the first boulder again.
Can I do another?
You can. You get 2.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
And the path is
Yoinks!
clear.
Underway! And that is a 17.
Also good.
All right, we're on the second boulder now.
Bjorg, you have made it to a new first, the second boulder.
Yay!
Klaus, you can begin advancing upon the bars.
Alright, athletics,
Athletics.
my specialty. Coming up. Klaus rolls a 10.
And Klaus takes a flying leap into the goop.
Alright.
But as you land, you notice there's like a little sort of rune at the base of the podium that lights up. And on your turn, when you go and press your nose to it, it will teleport you right back up to the top.
The top of what?
The platform that you guys are on. So you guys are jumping
Which
to
one?
these raised
Do I gotta start with the
platforms.
stones again, or am I going back to the bars?
No. So that wooden platform that you were standing on is on like a big pole that runs all the way up.
Right.
And there's a little magical icon at the base of the pole that when you touch it, it'll take you back up to where you were standing, so you can start on the bars.
Alright, so I got a save point. Good.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I'm not making you guys start at the beginning.
Okay. Well, I
You say
appreciate
this
that.
like
Thank
we
you.
all left the beginning or something.
Speaking of, Fandango.
Well, I'm going to start this off by using a bonus action to give Bjorg Bardic Inspiration so that he can
Yay!
do better. Because, well, why the fuck not?
It's extra strong cheering.
And then I'm going to roll a natural 20.
Oh man! All right. You hop and you use the bird swing magic. That if you go for the next one, it will be a DC 10, and you are small as well, so you can get into that space without issue with Bjorg.
Alrighty, let's see if we can stay dryish. And no. That's an 8.
And an 8. Even with the natural 20 bonus, that's not enough to save you.
Even with advantage, that wouldn't get me there.
I know, it was 8-9. Oh.
Yeah.
And Kergloop.
There is one saving grace to this ineptitude. I already have my body.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, you guys go do it yourself. Why am I doing it?
Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that if I can make it through, that prize at the end will be, nice peahen, or nice parrot lady, or nice parrot dude, or, nice parrot companion.
All right. Well, leaving aside the questions of is that bestiality,
Put on the record that I want a better prize than a parrot companion, please.
all right, Stallion of the Gods, there's a horse that's just fucking everything and everyone up with its existence on these bars. Let's take it home.
All right. Fuck reality. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
All right. That will get you 2 more, and we'll say you've mastered your momentum for the moment. Next one. As long as you beat a 10, you won't fall.
All right. 23.
Oh, I forgot you had advantage for a minute, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that'll not do it. But yes, 23. All right. You're on the final bar. Next round, you could do it. And for everyone watching,
probably
it's
won't.
it's a monstrous sight.
I have been doing this job for countless years, and I have never seen a sight quite like this.
You should follow us around more often, dude. This is only like a 6 out of 10 on the fucked up scale.
I have no idea how I'm doing this. I have hooves.
Don't question it. Don't think about it. This is Wile E. Coyote rules, and we know it. The minute you look
Sorry,
down.
guys. I made a mistake before I said that I didn't have the artistic ability for this, but it turns out I do.
Oh my god. I gotta see this.
I like how you've captured the look of sheer existential dread.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
This is the dumbest miracle I've ever seen.
That is 17 shades of fucked up.
It's like I could bring the dead back, but instead watch a horse swing from a bar. Non-believers.
Oh, this is definitely going to be on the Facebook page by the time I'm listening to this. Oh my god. Brandon Thymast. I had to put it away. I can't keep looking at that.
Right then. Athletics.
Athletics.
Ignore the acrobatic horse in the room. Let's do some athletics. Oh, 22.
22 will move you 2. So you are up 2. Staying on that horse's tail. Pun intended.
I'm just gonna try and surf the wake of his incredibility. Just,
Stay within the bubble of the impossible.
I think if we move fast enough, we can just, do this before reality notices that it fucked up. 16.
A 16. That will get you 2 as well. There we go. So yeah, you are still right behind Stallion of the God. I like to think you're just like leaping and like standing on them like an actual cat on like a balance beam.
Yeah, that's you could imagine that. That's something you can imagine in your head. That's something that doesn't break your faith in
Cause
physics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now, like half the
Nauseous.
crowd is clawing out their own eyes.
Yeah. He's basically a Skyrim horse at this point.
You think that's fucked up? Wait till the pig has to do this.
Speaking of Bjorn,
All right, more acrobatics.
more acrobatics.
I will be a graceful warthog. All right, that is a 15.
That will get you to the third boulder. Will he do it?
Alright.
Will he go all the way?
Alright, let's see what happens. And that is a 14.
And that is the DC. All right. Bjorg lands on the platform.
And we have our fourth contestant who arrives.
Pig noises!
All right, Klaus. As always, I've just let you begin back at the station.
All right, here we go. 6.
And right back into the goop.
Bloop. What does the goop taste like?
A little chemically, but not like too bad. Just sort of like over-filtered water. Like when you should have
What is
changed
it?
your filter like 3 months ago and you haven't.
What does it feel like?
I'm gonna say viscous, but not too bad. Maybe a little bit less stable than ketchup.
I like it.
Probably tastes worse now that you're in it.
What
You
would?
said urine.
Imagine the aftertaste.
All right, Fendingo.
Yeah. So I'm back at the beginning.
Very good place to start.
It is, isn't it? I'm just gonna hang out here. It's fine. It's a 16.
All right, that gets you to boulder number 1.
All right, I'm on the board, guys. I'm on the board.
Are you gonna go for 2? Or are you gonna
Hell
savor the
yeah.
victory?
Hell yeah. 24.
Oh yeah!
Dope.
All right, excellently done. That gets you to the middle boulder.
That's right. You know it. Little parrot strut going on. Disregarding the fact that I'm like 27 steps behind everybody else in the party. This just means that everyone can see me clearly.
No one's looking at you with this monstrosity in front of me happening.
Yeah. Speaking of Stallion of the Gods, let's let reality take a smoke break and get you back on a platform, bud. What's it gonna be?
God, I hope so. 19.
I can't help thinking he pulled a Leslie Nielsen and just like licked his hooves.
He's not the one who does stuff like that.
Spider horse, spider horse. Anyway, yeah, Stallion of the Gods, you make it across.
And we have our first contestant to the third platform. Only one challenge remains before him. The slime run.
And Brandon Thighmaster, it is your turn.
I'm not liking the sound of slime run. This does not sound like my speciality. Okay, athletics. Double natural 1.
Oh my god!
Oh, snake eyes.
Yeah, you have. I was like, you have advantage too. So Brandon Thighmaster
Slow clap.
just decides that he wants to do the same thing he did at the last station, that bound around thing, where he gets that extra movement in, and he goes with such confidence to jump to that next bar, and he forgets that it should be on the other side, and just whoosh straight down into the goop. I mean, face first.
I think this is just the universe catching up. Silas completed the course, and reality's just like 2 steps behind, and I got caught in the wake of... Alright, we're locking this back down.
What's that, a puma on a bar? No, fuck that. Fuck that.
We might have let the puma on the bar slide, but that horse thing... No more privileges for anyone. Everyone be normal now.
Well, the good news is you'll be able to start back at the platform on your turn.
Hey, class. Why does this slime taste like weasel piss?
Bjorn.
Wasn't me.
All right. Let's try and break physics.
Yeah, this is
Really bad.
athletics, and your
Athletics.
advantage is still in play.
All right. Athletics. That is a 23.
All right, that'll move you up 2, and you can do another one.
All right.
Reality's once again cracking.
I don't know, this
Another.
still seems more credible than a horse for some reason. I don't
That is
know.
another 23.
That will move you up another 2.
Tell them
imagining-
how I defy gravity.
I'm picturing
is-
Bjorg hooking his tusks and just like twirling himself with centrifugal force.
Defying gravity.
Somewhere, Idina Menzel, who's still alive, is turning over in her grave.
She just
Live.
died and spun in her grave and then came back to life.
Like, Broadway is dead to me now.
All right, Klaus. 3rd time's the charm. Athletics.
All right, here we go. Athletics 2.
Immediately back into the blue.
3rd time is not the charm.
No, it is not.
Pretty sure he just likes it there.
Kinda, yeah. Can I swim?
All right, Fandingo. Can you join the others on the 2nd phase?
Well, if I stay back here, the goop I fall in is kind of clean.
I mean, Klaus fell in this goop too, I think.
But just the once.
I don't.
That's
did
a
I? I don't
21.
think I did.
I thought you did on the first
No,
round.
I didn't fall in the first goop.
Oh. Never mind, it's had everyone but Klaus. And Stallion. I think Stallion got through fast. All right, 21 will
Yeah,
get you
Stallion
across,
hasn't
get you
fucked
to
up
the
yet.
first or the 3rd boulder. One more.
15.
15 will do it.
And the final contestant arrives at the 2nd stage.
Hey. Saving the best for last, bitch. Everybody's
All
a
right.
fucking critic. Oh, I still have a bonus action, so I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Silas Main.
What's the range on Bardic?
Anyone I can see with it. Bardic Inspiration is anyone I can see within 60 feet. Well, then fuck it, I'll give it to Klaus.
Okie dokie.
It won't help with a 2, Bob.
All right, so what's the slime run?
The slime run. So basically, there's a thin wooden bridge that's kind of stretched across, and there is just goo oozing out of every pore and on every like slick surface. And it slows you down and it tries to kind of steer you off the edge. So, running through it will have obviously reduced movement. You're going to start at half speed, and then it's a con check to be able to move forward. A 13 will get you some movement, or 13 or higher will get you some movement. And if you go below a 9, you lose your footing and fall off.
Con check. That's not good.
But again, you do get to start at this platform.
All right, well,
All right.
3.
And reality comes up and says, hey, guys, remember me? Fuck you, horse dude.
Yeah. Stallion, you go racing off, and I think you're a little cocky from that last stunt. You just decide you're going to run on the air alongside the bridge and just not fuck with this at all. And no, Wile E. Coyote rules have apparently failed you at this point because you go right into the goo.
You made the mistake of looking down.
Exactly. All right, Brandon Thighmaster. You get to start back at the thing.
All right, let's see if we can get through this. Athletics.
Can't believe that double nat 1.
21.
21 gets you 2.
And another athletics. 15.
15 can also get you 2.
Well, I'll not chance it with the pig.
Didn't know if you wanted to see what the collision mechanic for this one was.
I'm not keen to find out now.
Well, perhaps you won't have to because it is Bjorg Bjornsson's turn.
All right, let's do this. Athletics. And that is a 16.
16 will get you 2.
All right.
One more of those, and you are off this bad boy.
All right, let's do this again. And that is a natural 20.
Oh, man. You know what? I think you're in the position that Steve was on the boulders. And what the hell? Same deal. you can use your momentum and get a free bite at the slime bridge. So
Okay.
give me a Constitution check.
Constitution
Okay.
check.
Yep.
And that is a 20.
All right. What's your normal speed, Bjorg?
Normal speed is 40, I believe.
Okie dokie. You get 20.
Excellent. Ah!
Yeah, as Bjorg like flips himself 2 more times, does the Brandon slam and run, and just starts plowing through this goop.
Wow, Brandon, you totally should have watched that. It was really impressive display of like musculature and grace.
It was, yeah. It was well done. He's a pig, though. A very different animal. I'm not sure what I can learn from him or the horse. Not sure what I can learn from any of this. This is all insane.
Yeah. Must be Tuesday.
And if we want insanity, I think it's time for little Klaus Richter. You're up, bud.
All right. What's my bardic inspiration bonus?
You can roll a d8 and add it to any skill check.
Oh, D8. That's pretty good.
Now, does he need to use that before he finds out if it works, or basically does he have to declare before he rolls, or can he use it after?
The creature can wait until after it rolls the d20 before deciding to use the bardic inspiration die, but must decide before the DM says whether the roll succeeds or fails.
Well, at this point, you guys know the DC, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you use
All
it.
right. So if I choose not to use that, I can hold on to it for another round.
Yeah.
You can hold on to it for 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
And Bjorg, don't forget you have one of those too, I believe.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
You
You have a
also
bardic
have
inspiration.
Bardic
Ah,
inspiration.
yeah.
Yeah. You haven't needed it, but just,
All right. Here I go.
you might want to save that bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I'm gonna save
I don't
it.
think a d8's going to save you, pal.
Yeah.
Damn it.
At this point, it just looks like Klaus really likes diving into the blue goop over and over.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think that I should be inspired enough to stay the fuck out of the goop now that I get advantage, because I'm now just terrified.
You might want to change the color of the goop.
Just start like a yellow stain kind of creeping through. Fendingo, you are up.
Alright. Well, I'm going to start off by using a bonus action to give Brandon Bardic Inspiration.
Hooray!
And then I'm going to try to suck less. This is athletics.
This is athletics.
That's going to be terrible.
Yeah, I tried to use a variety of different skills so that it'd be a little hard and a little easy depending for everybody.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Into the goop with ye.
Yeah, damn it. Klaus, why is it salty?
Oh!
It's also only a 12. By this point, on just random chance, Bevin should have gotten onto a bar. That horse thing is really pissing reality off, it seems. Like it's taking vengeance now. Speaking of, Stallion of the Gods.
All right.
It's your first time into the goop.
Well, let's see if it's the second time.
All right.
20.
Okay, what's your speed?
40.
All right. You may... Well, you can try to occupy the same square as Bjork.
Oh, boy.
Or you can stop one behind him.
I'll stop one behind him.
Alrighty.
And then try to go past him.
Yeah, if you
I
would
mean-
like to roll another con check and attempt, I mean, I have collision mechanics for all of these for a reason.
Motherfucker's been bending the laws of physics all night, so...
20.
Alright, so that's a 20. I'm gonna need opposed athletics checks.
From me?
Yeah, from you
Okay.
and Stallion of the Gods.
Okay.
No
gotcha.
advantage, but I believe your thing would still count.
Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
Well,
Okay,
21
hold on.
for
Is it-
Silas.
That's a nat 1.
Ooh, but I don't think a D8's gonna make that difference.
Nope. Where does Bjorg go?
Silas, we're gonna move you 20 feet, and Bjorg, you are knocked aside by a stampeding horse, and you go into the goop.
Oh, damn it.
Bloop.
That'll do, big.
God damn it.
Brandon Thighmaster.
All right. Okay. Athletics. Here we go. 14.
That will get you 1.
Slow and steady. Doesn't win races. That's bullshit. Athletics. 20. Boing, boing.
All right, that will get you 2.
Okay.
So close.
So close.
So far. Bjorg.
Yep.
Once again, you can start up here.
Alright, that is. Do I have advantage again? Because it doesn't
Yes,
matter, 'cause that's
yes.
a 12. That's a 12, but I can use my Bardic Inspiration. And what is that?
It's a D8.
Roll a d8.
Okay. That is an 8.
All right, that
So,
brings you up to a
16.
20, which gets you, half movement. So brings you to 20. You can attempt. You can go again. You get 2
We are
per.
getting vengeance.
I told you he's putting a tusk in that horse's ass.
24 on the con check.
All right, that moves you forward. Now I need opposing athletics checks from you and Stallion of the Gods.
Alright.
Oh,
16.
16.
Oh!
Roll them again.
Alright.
We're not going into bonuses. This is a roll off.
I thought you were just going to put them both in the gear.
All right, 15.
17.
You know what? Fuck it. Y'all did so. That was high enough. I'm gonna say that Bjorg tries to race up and skewer Stallion of the Gods. Stallion of the Gods goes to kick Bjorg, rearing back, but because of the goo, misses and basically ends up doing a kick and a leap right as Bjorg runs directly under him. So, Bjorg, we're going to move you another 20 feet. I'm just going to put you directly in front of... So now you're directly in front
Jesus.
of Stallion of the Gods. How will this possibly play out in the next round? Yeah, that was just too much good rolling. I couldn't knock somebody off on that one. All right, Klaus, you are up.
Awesome.
Speaking of good rolling,
Yeah.
Time for the comeback. This is where you take it from them. They think they've got you. They ain't got shit.
All right. 19.
That gets you 2.
he,
All right.
Going for it again. 14.
That gets you 1.
He's thinking he'd rather be foul the waters in the middle now.
Don't remind me.
All right. I'll be satisfied with that.
All right, Fandango. Now Klaus is showing you up.
I mean, yeah. I got nothing. Yeah.
It's a hard truth, but that's where it is. Yeah.
20.
20 gets you 2.
9.
Yep. You're like, I bet I can fit on the same bar as Klaus. And you know, you probably could have.
Yeah.
But you missed the jump.
Yeah.
Instead, it's into your liquid salt lick.
That's a thing.
All right. Now, I know where this is about to head, but first, Stallion, I need a con check. We got to make sure that you can access that movement.
Will actually wait for Bjorg to move.
Alright.
You're going to delay your action until after Bjorg's. All right,
Yes.
then.
we're still like a month away from the special Christmas episode, you know.
He's just enjoying that pig ass.
Ham hock.
Baby.
Ham hock. I mean,
Pig noises.
Butt roast.
Brandon Thighmaster, you are up.
Come on, athletics. 15.
That gets you 2.
Hooray.
And we have our third contestant on the third section. It's a neck-and-neck race. Who will reach it first?
Okay. Do I get to take another turn?
You do, actually, because that was only one of your actions. That's right. That was
And
only
this
one of
is-
your movements or whatever we're doing it as.
Constitution, yeah?
Constitution.
Advantage 16.
All right, Bjorg.
Alright.
You've got open road ahead of you. Give me a con check.
Okay, that is a 22.
Man, all right. That is real good. I'm going to give you 3/4 speed for that one.
Okay, and another one, or...
Let's see. That gets you 30 feet, so that's there. So you are not at the end yet, but you still have another roll in you.
And that is a 19.
Okay, that will keep you up there and give you half speed. Oh, man. You're so close.
Almost at platform.
You're just like, I mean, you're a boar and you're plowing ahead. This is pretty much what you were made for.
The course.
Stallion of the gods.
All right. Hopefully I get a little cheer for my good sportsmanship there.
You do.
Yeah. The crowd has been with you guys the whole time. They've been cheering for you.
Well, good, because fuck you. I only got a 10.
All right. Good news, bad news. Bad news, you do not get to advance. Good news, it's above a 9.
Oh.
You don't fall.
All right, then let's try one more. Nat 20.
All right. With a nat 20, I will, what the hell? I'll give you a full movement. Boom. As you run in place, again, very cartoon like style, building up momentum, and then suddenly your hoof catches and you vault forward. And the crowd goes wild. Because you are just really fucking reality today.
That's what happens when you worship Toreg.
All right, Klaus. You are up, sir.
All right. I did not expect to get this far. So, pretty excited.
Should be the motto of this podcast.
Here we go. All right. 10. I think I'm going to use that bardic inspiration now.
It's a good time for it.
That's D8.
D8.
All right. Here it comes. 5. All right.
That moves you up to a 15, which means you get 2 rungs.
2?
Yep.
Oh,
15.
All right, good.
12 to 14 gets you 1. 15 and above gets you 2. And anything less than a 12, and you go in the drink.
All right. And I have spent the bardic inspiration, correct?
Correct.
Yep. And you're too far away from me for me to inspire you any further.
But
Yeah,
you
well.
do have a second movement.
Here we go. Ah, fuck. And
So much for you being too far away.
And kerplunk.
all right.
At least it's fresh goo. New goo to you.
Not anymore.
All right, Fendingo.
All right. We'll start my turn. Assuming Klaus is swimming or teleporting back this way. Whenever he's within range, I'm going to use a bonus action to give him one more bardic inspiration because he made such good fucking use of the last one.
Thanks, man.
Sure. You can do it. I cannot.
The bardic inspirations still count if you do it sarcastically.
Natural 1.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I tend to imagine bardic inspirations are almost all sarcastic. Counting on you, big guy.
Yep. So, yeah. Back in the drink.
All right, Brandon.
15.
15 allows for half speed.
Alright, and I'll give it another go. 17.
All right, give yourself another 20. All right, Bjorg. Man,
All right.
you could be the first one to cross the finish.
You got to roll an athletics check, right?
Constitution.
Constitution, that's right. One of these days I will remember that.
Well, it's
Okay.
not going to be relevant in one roll.
All right, that's an 18.
That is enough as Bjorg sprints onto the platform, and the crowd lets out a thunderous cheer. There's pops and some confetti seems to magically rain down. Ladies, gentlemen, snakes, mammals, creatures, beings, elements of all creation, we have a winner!
Some pig.
Everyone likes an underpig story.
The first of their group to successfully finish the course. Will the others follow suit?
Stallion of the Gods, you're up.
13.
13 is the minimum, but it will let you advance at half speed. For you is actually enough to get off.
All right.
That's what she said.
Get off. Yeah, I was going to say, define get off.
And what a finish.
Yep.
Thank you. You've done the minimum.
Especially with Bjorg right in front of me.
Oh.
And more cheering, more confetti.
Another successful contestant.
You're all going to burn in hell.
Klaus.
Oh shit, am I up again? Alright. Here we go. Alright, I'm not gonna bother with the Bardic Inspiration. Clash rolls a 6.
All right, and you're back in your favorite swimming hole.
Bloop.
Fandango, you gonna go join him?
Almost certainly. 20.
20 will get you too.
All right. At least if I fall now, it'll be into goop less spoozled in. 16.
16 will get you another 2.
They're just perches, you know? It's fine. It's fine.
You just had to get your head into that. You're like, all right, hang on. My bird self knows this.
My bird self wants to use his fucking wings. Fucking snake guy's paying attention, though. Brandon, would you flex or something to distract these cocksuckers so I can just fly and cheat?
Well, you can flex.
I can probably
You
do
can
that.
run for victory. It's a question of what you want to do because it is your turn, Brandon Thighmaster.
There are many types of flexing. This natural 20 constitution save, I should be able to both flex and move forward.
Indeed, and give yourself your full 45 because I think we said full speed on that one.
Okay, that lands me safely on the platform.
All right, more cheering, more confetti.
Another successful contestant.
And I think actually here is probably a good place to break on the game section for the evening. Of course, there will be prizes and accolades and bodies distributed, but we've run long for the evening, and we want to make sure we have time to take your questions at the end, because as you know, we have our live block going at facebook.com/authorsanddragons, where we are doling out tidbits through the night and taking your questions to collect and save for this portion of the episode. But of course, before we get to that, we take questions from the Discord because, well, that's how the Patreon works. So that's probably enough vamping on my part for Rick to be ready. Rick, what do you say?
More than enough. Our friend Lamplighter asks, what's your go-to way to entertain yourself on long flights and boring layovers?
Yeah, anything I have to say will get me on a whole nother TSA list.
I buy internet Wi-Fi. I buy airplane Wi-Fi, and I just fuck around on the internet.
I download a shitload of movies and TV shows from like Netflix and stuff to my device beforehand, and I basically just whatever I've been waiting to watch or want to rewatch, I'll just plow through that.
I personally hate to fly, so if the option there is there to plug in headphones and tune to the cockpit radio channel, I will. So at least like if I'm gonna die, I know in advance. I didn't say it was a good way to pass the time.
I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
I haven't seen it in a while, but it used to be. I remember this one flight I was on. I was like, oh, okay, I can listen to these guys. So if they start screaming, I know I should start screaming.
Yeah, that feels like a thing that probably got changed in the security
Yes.
amp up.
Well, in that case, then I just pretend to watch a movie and until we land.
This is like one of the only times I feel like I can read because there's nothing else I can do. So I bring some books with me and read.
I would love to read, but motion sickness kicks in bad for me.
Ooh. I mean, I read.
I'm with Bevin. I like to read. I like to just get a nice big thick book. I remember once I went to Egypt, and that was a long flight, and I had Hyperion by Dan Simmons, and I took a big chunk out of that book. It was great. Another thing I like to do is watch the little plane map for hours. I don't know why, I just find it utterly hypnotic.
Our friend Fluffed, not to be confused with Fluffer, asks, do any of you have tattoos or other body modifications?
Nope.
I'm fat.
It's kind of a modification, I guess.
I didn't used to be.
Got fillings, I guess.
I have 7 tattoos. I have 2 on the inside of each forearm, 1 on each shoulder, and the back of 1 calf.
I have a Decepticon symbol on my right shoulder.
And at one point, I had 5 different. I wore 5 different earrings. I had 3 holes in my left ear and 2 in my right. But that was a whole lot of fucking maintenance. So I'm pretty sure that even the last hole I had in my ear is grown up by this point.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get a tattoo because I am one of nature's doodlers, and I'd probably just get my body entirely covered in endless Calvins pissing on Calvins, or something to that effect.
An Ouroboros of pissing Calvin.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I have a friend who had the most disturbing tattoo I've ever seen in real life. He decided to get a tramp stamp of the Mountain Dew Baja Blast logo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I get it, man. Baja Blast is something special.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know if it's that special, Drew.
Well, somebody clearly thought it was.
I don't know how arousing I'd find it, but
I mean, the upside is he doesn't have to look at it.
Yeah, I've never been tattoos or piercing guy. Kind of a wimp, and needles scare me, so it was never that tempting of a target for me.
If we didn't get quarantined, I'd have gotten more tattoos this year because my plan was to get more at a couple of conventions in Atlanta because a friend of mine who's a tattoo artist is in Atlanta.
I will say there's nothing like contracting a disease that makes you have to go get quarterly blood draws to help you get over your needle squeamishness. It's like, well, this is old hat now. It's fucking bullshit and I hate it, but it's old hat.
I considered getting a tattoo for a long time, and actually, once all this is over and it's safe again, I probably will start getting some tattoos. But for a long time, the thing that held me back was every time I would think I want a tattoo, all I could think was that moment in every single fucking movie when the cops are looking for someone, and they're like, he has this tattoo on his body. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be caught by the cops like that.
I mean,
we should
wear
make
long
this a Patreon
sleeves
thing.
and long pants.
Oh, I know. It's dumb.
I was gonna say we should make this a Patreon thing. Let's hit 20,000. We all have to get A&D tattoos.
Sold.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, I'm in.
There's just nothing I care about that much. I don't want to get a tattoo of my own face on me.
I mean, just get Rick's face. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of the same thing.
There we go. I have heard a model of tattoo getting that I liked, and I think I could get myself on board with, and it's where you get a tattoo in commemoration of like accomplishing something you wanted to do. Like,
Yeah.
at this point, I think I owe myself one for at least first published book, going indie, etc. Like, if I got something related to that, I don't think it would ever wear or age badly on me because it would be a connection to something I was proud of that I had done rather than a piece of art that I might grow tired of.
Yeah. I mean, mine all kind of have stories behind them, so that makes sense to me.
I might get the Gentronome logo because I like the logo and I
That is
like
a
the
good
idea
one.
of explaining it to my grandchildren.
I might get that just for shits and giggles.
There you go. There's the Patreon tier. We all get the Gentronome logo.
I think it could be fun.
Oh, could probably do one more from the Discord.
All right. Well, let's move from having a Baja Blast at the top of your ass crack to something a little bit nicer. Our friend Yume Kitsune asks, do any of you have a charity of choice that you like to donate to when you can?
I always like Make-A-Wish. I feel like you never go wrong with sick kids.
I'm a fan of Doctors Without Borders.
Red Cross, best of both worlds.
To donate to individual things like people fundraising for schools or stuff like that. There's not one specific that I usually go for.
All the royalties I get from Potty Mouth go to the ACLU.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd say for me, it's like donating to to animal shelters and stuff because mostly I like pets more than people.
That's a low bar, though.
All right. Well, why don't we mosey on over to the Facebook and see what questions y'all been posing? Joe, what have they got for us today?
All right, let's see here. We've got a few. Our friend Jesse asks, has the pumpkin debate escalated? Did Bob and Steve put tape down the middle of the podcast to mark their territory?
That's not how I mark my territory.
Dear God, no.
I don't know. Dueling's not legal anymore. I don't know if there is anywhere to escalate it to. I think that discussion went as far as it could go.
Until you have pumpkin pie.
force feeding me pumpkin pie would be an escalation, yeah.
You won't know it's pumpkin pie until after you admit you enjoyed it.
Are you gonna
I think you
blindfold
might
him or
have to
something?
blind tongue him.
It'll happen.
Locking me in a basement until I eat a pumpkin pie is also a heck of an escalation.
You can either eat this orphan or this pumpkin pie. The choice is yours.
He won't know what pumpkin. He doesn't know what a fucking pumpkin pie looks like. It's brown pudding. I'll call it brown pudding, and his Britishness will say, "Oh, that sounds like something I would quite enjoy."
I see you've given this dessert a disgusting name. This is right up my alley.
It is both brown and pudding.
It's a yam
I definitely see
cheesecake.
this ending Cask of the Amontillado style with Bevin walling up Steve in a room with just a pumpkin pie.
I think if you call it brown pudding, he's kind of obligated to go, "Oh, look, a cake."
I'll just tell him there's like pig blood in it, and he'll say, "Oh,
my
that's
God.
delicious."
That's black pudding.
It's not pumpkin pie. It's boiled meat.
This is the best pig blood pudding I've ever had. Aha!
Pumpkin haggis,
Oh, God. Now part of me wonders.
also known as pagus.
You see, haggis is inherently disgusting, but still not as disgusting as a pumpkin. Anyway, let's not go down this pumpkin.
This leper foreskin is the best I've ever had. Ah, but it's not leper foreskin.
Oh my God. Oh, that went places.
Spy v Spy, but with pumpkins and disgusting puddings.
Bob's version of Dateline takes some real weird turns.
Let's see. Our friend Nelson asks, "What is your favorite aspect of the fall and winter months, and why is Rick's pool related?"
Funny you should ask.
I don't know if I can
Someone's
story
been
that.
listening for a while.
My pool is closed, and thus I don't give a shit about it. Unless I wake up tomorrow and it's gone, in which case, I'm happy.
That's spoken like my own father. He's like, a pool is a year-round fucking job. I like the food. I'm a big fan of autumn food, and like I live in the Pacific Northwest, so basically our autumn is we get like a week of kind of crispy leaves and cooler weather, and then for the next 6 to 8 months, it's just going to rain and rain and rain and rain and rain. And there's a few weeks, like weeks to months at the very beginning of that when, it's been dry and burning all summer. So we are all very nostalgic for the rain. So we're in that phase right now. So cool air, the smell of damp leaves, and lots of autumn food. And winter's the fucking same out here. It's just rain, 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 rain. So there's nothing special about it except for maybe Christmas wreaths.
I like that it's still in the 70s, and I'm sweating when I walk. And hopefully, I don't like that winter's coming, but hopefully winter won't be long.
I'm fat, so I hate the heat. So the fact that it's not 100 fucking degrees with 95% humidity, I'm all about that.
I don't, I'm much more a spring, summer guy. I like it to be nice and pleasant. But I do like the changing of the season back to the dark because there's something oddly exciting about it. You can go out there and really see why we used to just build huge fucking bonfires.
Ooh, fire.
Yeah.
Fire's
You've never
mine.
seen night.
Oh, the nights in November when you get a clear night. Don't know what it is, but for the past few years, it's probably global warming. But the moons have been rising huge and orange, and the skies have just been ridiculously clear. And there's this snap of winter in the air, and everything's kind of blazing. And that's nice. You can see why a caveman would be like, oh shit, I better make a really big fire.
Yeah, we get to turn on our propane fireplace in the autumn and winter,
Yeah.
and that's really nice. I miss real fires, though.
Now, fire is actually one of the that is probably mine. We did bonfires a lot when I was a kid because I lived out in the country. So just from a young age, I remember just the constant smell of it in the neighborhood kind of felt like winter because people were having them, s'mores and hot dogs and all that shit, and then lighting up an actual one in the fireplace. It's a real signal of the season for me. Oh, and Fireball, which you can put in cider and put that in a slow cooker.
Yes.
A bottle in a bottle, and people will love it.
Our friend Tori asks, what is the best thing that has happened to you in 2020?
Huh. Yeah, Steve, add in the crickets.
I can kick mine off. This might not actually be my best thing, but it's definitely the best thing from a professional standpoint, is that I feel pretty okay talking about this now that there's pre-order sites up, so it's certainly not a secret. Graphic Audio reached out to me and has started development on some new versions of a couple of my books, namely Superpowered Year 1 and the first of the Fred the Vampire Accountant series. And for those not familiar with Graphic Audio, they basically do, I think they portray it as an audiobook in your mind. Think sort of an old-time radio play with sound effects and a large cast and everything. And awesome. I'm really excited to see what they do and everything. And if that's not your cup of tea, of course, the original great versions by Cal McCarley and Kirby Hayborn are still going to be there. But if you are someone who enjoys that kind of interactive experience, it's a new way to enjoy the story, and so it was a real exciting thing for me to get to be part of.
Let's see. Probably I'm having trouble because like the first part of 2020 is such a blur because fucking quarantine started and everything, so time just sort of blasts into the other thing. But one of the best things, I had some good professional stuff happen. I've had I have a really good agent, and I have I have a number of projects on the burner that I can't talk about yet, but that are good. But probably the single best thing for my personal psyche and health is I got involved in a live D&D game in person. I mean, obviously not in person now. It's obviously now via Discord and Zoom. But for the first couple months, I was playing live again in person for the first time in 8-9 years. And it's the sort of group that is very serious about story and very, all of them are former theater kids like me. So there's a lot of acting that happens at the table and a lot of pathos. And it's just, to an extent, it was I didn't think this really existed. Okay. And that was just extremely good for my psychological health.
I moved some things from my garage into my attic.
I was convinced you were going to say you started the East Infection podcast and finally got to talk to the world about your unhealthy love of the weird incest anime.
Was that 2020?
I think it was.
Has that been less than a year? All right.
It's just I don't know, man. Time's everywhere.
Well, that too.
Yeah, 2020 has felt 10 years long, in all fairness to...
I would say, other than starting the East Infection podcast with Bevin, which is the highlight of everyone's 2020, which I know is not a great accolade. I don't often do anything spontaneously, because I'm boring and usually broke. But in February, I took a transatlantic trip, see my girlfriend for Valentine's Day, and I'm so fucking glad I did, because almost as soon as I got back, it was like, right, the world's ending, everybody stay in your room for 10 years. So it was nice just to have a period of no responsibilities and just having a nice little holiday with my girlfriend, playing video games and pissing around Minnesota. It was nice. And it seems like a fucking lifetime ago now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess for me, the latest Quincy Harker novel had the most pre-orders of any book I've ever had. So that was awesome.
Nice.
And, you know, that people are still buying books when the world's on fire. So that.
I'll say, yeah, I've had more releases than I thought I was going to have this year. I managed to rally the second half of the year. I've had a lot of fun working with Rachel on the False Icon series. And, I mean, A&D Digicon was a lot of fucking fun.
That was a high point.
Yeah, it really was. That actually was. Yeah, I would almost. I would put that neck and neck with mine. Digicon was a fucking great time.
Yeah, as much work as it was to organize and run and everything, I think we all really enjoyed ourselves doing it. Like, we always enjoy the cons. They're very tiring because it's, again, a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of energy. But, you know, when it wraps, we're all very thankful for the experience.
That was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yep. And, you know, there's news on the horizon that makes it seem like maybe A&D Con 2021 Live is still on the table, which is nice to have hope for again.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be good.
Yep.
Fingers.
And I mean,
fucking crossed.
obviously, if not, we'll put something digital together again. We're not going to leave y'all hanging, but man, it would be great to get to do it in real life.
It's no fun buying my own drinks.
I would love to see Nashville.
Indeed.
Never been there.
All right, folks, I think that's going to do it for this week on Authors and Dragons. We will be back next week with a special side quest, and then back in 2 weeks to see how the course resolves, and by which I mean we knock out the detail stuff we didn't want to do this time. Until then, bye.
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 Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Horses don't have farms. This is bullshit.